All right, Starbucks apologizing to two California sheriff's deputies who say they were refused service just for wearing a badge. And that's just the latest controversy, landing this coffee chain in hot water. So what's going on at Starbucks? Joining me to weigh in on this, senior policy analyst at the Independent Women's Forum, Inez Stedman. Thanks so much for coming on this morning. What's up at Starbucks lately? They keep getting into trouble.
Yeah, this is the third such incident with police specifically just this year. And it does speak to the corporate culture there. Obviously, they're not going to shut down all 8,000 stores the way they did after they were accused of racism in Philadelphia. And it generally speaks to a problem conservatives are going to have to confront, the problem of woke capitalism. When you have Fortune 500 companies, when you have large companies that have a very left-wing culture and tend to bow to social justice warriors, to causes on the left, and not be afraid of offending conservative customers, even though, you know, a large corporation like Starbucks certainly serves Republicans and Democrats. They don't seem to be too worried about offending the right.
Right. Let's listen to the Riverside County Sheriff, Southern California, from Fox and Friends this past Sunday.
In our culture, that it's turning anti-police, and whether it's media or whether it's things like this, something is happening with Starbucks. It's not other outlets that are repeatedely in the news like this. So I don't know if it's a younger culture. I don't know what it is.
All right, and I want to put up the Starbucks response here, because they do try to respond to this as best they can. Here's a statement. No one, whether you're in uniform or not, should have to experience what these two deputies went through in our store, and we'll take the steps necessary to address it. Now, you had the cup that was labeled pig, and Starbucks fired that girl. So it seems like, Starbucks, a huge company with a ton of employees, is trying their best to be forceful with this and to keep employees from acting like this. What do you think?
Yeah, so they say they're conducting an investigation, and the employees involved here won't be back working a shift until they figure out what's going on, although they haven't announced yet, as far as I know, that they'll be firing these folks. I mean, this is part of the problem that corporations face. They have young millennial or Gen Z employees, and they've been coming through an education system, which, again, the right has largely ignored. We have pushed for school choice, but we haven't connected that solution to the fact that 90% of kids coming through public school are now learning that America is a bad place, and it's not uncommon that they'll be learning that the police are not to be trusted or to be mistreated. And so a lot of these corporations, they're hiring out of this pool, and they're finding that their corporate culture is changing the more young employees they're adding. And obviously, the higher up those young employees move in the company, the more that takeover will be complete. And this is really something that the right is going to have to confront in the coming years. Yeah, I mean, Starbucks got a couple 100,000 employees, and the vetting process for a barista is not that tough. So this is what's going to happen. So they're trying to handle it. Thank you so much, Inez. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right.